Welcome back, everybody.
Unintentional King of the Hill here. We have Connor playing his Blueback Faeries versus Zach Harris playing Grixis Cat Pact, which that's his name for it, but what we can make out, me and Kyle didn't look at the main deck, we looked at the sideboard so we can try and help you out there, or help in guessing
What he's going
to be bringing in.
But yeah, he likes to combine Demonic Pact with
Harmless Offering
to kill his opponent.
Yep, yep.
He did win his first round, so this deck is pretty sweet.
Yeah, Demonic Pact? Yeah, whatever it is.
Hey, Matt, can you change the K in pack to T for pact?
Yep.
Because it's not a pack full of cats, although that would be cool.
Yep. Harmless Offering, Demonic Pact.
Yeah, this deck looks sweet.
It sounds sweet. I don't know.
Can we pull up Demonic Pact? I'd like to read what the other 3 modes are.
I think it's draw 2 cards, your opponent loses 4, you gain 4.
Here we go.
And discard 2 cards?
Yep. Draw 2, discard 2, and then drain for 4.
And then you lose. No problem.
I mean, those are 3 pretty good modes.
The 4th one's very powerful.
Yeah. There's not
Feels
very
like it just
many
ends the
cards
game.
that just say lose the game.
Most of the ones that say lose the game are...
All right, so it's kind of hard to tell with this small of art. Matthew, is there any way to zoom in on this art, or maybe just get only the art?
What, the cat?
There's a little tiny worm on the guy's hand.
It's not a worm.
It's like a parasite?
No. What it is, it's the cat's tail. The cat is turning into an Eldrazi.
The cat's tail is the parasite.
Well, the cat's turning into an Eldrazi because it's back in Eldritch Moon and Emrakul's infecting everyone.
Gotcha.
Turning them into Eldrazi because that's apparently how you do it. And yeah, so the cat's turning into Eldrazi and the tail bit his thumb. That's what the little
pretty cool.
there is. Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's harmless. Here, have this cute little cat. And then, its tail bites you and you die.
Yeah, I just remember there being something cool about the art. Couldn't remember exactly what it is.
All right, Inquisition, you see 2 harmless offerings and a mana leak and a fatal push and some lands. What do you expect here? What do you take? Like, honestly, I'm kind of on the take harmless offering because I don't know what my opponent's trying to do.
If I were Connor here, it's hard. Yeah, he's got a Bitter Blossom. I'd take the Mana Leak so you can slime a Bitter Blossom on 2 and have that be your clock, and then just follow it up with Disruption after that.
Yeah, but you take a card, they draw a new Mana Leak off the top, and you just lose.
I mean, that is how Thoughtseize works.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how old something has to be before somebody just yells spoilers and I'm not allowed to talk about it.
I would think a year is a pretty good time.
Okay, well...
Or, no, I would say 6 months.
Eldritch Moon was out for more than a year, and 6 months, for that matter, so... Harmless Offering Rob to give to Cat. Alright.
So wait, are we donating Rob to Cat? Or are we having Rob get a Harmless Offering to give to Cat? I'm confused.
Yeah, like, I don't know, like...
I mean, I don't think that she played Harmless Offering in her Bant Spirits deck. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but...
Good call, Amulet, on the timer. Matthew, be on top of that, boy. We should probably be on top of it, too.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. The ladder. So, the ladder being...
Giving Cat a Harmless Offering from Rob.
Okay. I think. Yeah, I think I'd be a little bit more interested in seeing Grixis Cat Pack as just like a bunch of blue, black, and red cats.
Yeah. I don't know how many of those there are, but I'm sure there's at least one.
Are you kidding me? Get it? Puns. That's Kyle's style of joke there.
No, it sure is.
They're going down the line.
Oh, I love it, Luke. Yeah, that's Luke if you didn't know.
Okay.
Okay. Luke is like the god of puns for those that didn't know.
God of puns. He probably just listens to his dad since he can't leave his house.
Yeah, Luke was even making puns when he was in the hospital.
Yeah, got hit by a car. Whatever. Use a hug right meow. Frostlink's Blue Cat. Okay. You agree we have Frostlink's Blue Cat? There's Black Cat.
Yeah.
Can we think of a red cat? Like a blue-red or a blue-black cat?
I cannot. I can't think of it right meow, at least.
Can somebody gather me some info on cats and Magic the Gathering, and how many of them are blue and black?
Does Connor have a
Jackal Pup, that's a dog.
does
Jackals
Connor
are
have
dogs.
A Mistbind click in his hand right meow?
Pardiac Firecat. Oh, there's red ones. There's like Hellcats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Those are white ones. Why didn't you...
Our commentator is conveniently covering up the screen for us with a list
To show
of
us
cats.
all of white and green cats.
We have Blistering Fire Cat. That's pretty cool.
Why didn't... Matthew, trim it to only black, red, and blue cards.
Meow, those are cats.
Oh, jeez. You can't just say meow every time. Like, you have to come up with something else. Be a little bit more creative with your life.
Meow. Do I look like a cat? Do you see me drinking milk from a saucer? Am I sitting here dancing around all mimbly bimbly?
I want you to understand that I don't like your movie references. And your movie references are 20 years old.
But the movie's great.
Yeah, it is. I agree. Super
Meow.
Troopers. I've never seen the second one. Second one worth the time?
I haven't actually seen it either.
I've heard people say the second one's worth my time, but I don't know. I just always get scared going into, like, you know,
Yeah.
X movie 2. Forest Cat?
What is a Mistbind
Hakuna
click do?
Matata?
I don't actually know.
What was that?
Mistbind click? The
Miss Blackbird?
fairy on
It's
the
a
battlefield?
fairy. Okay, so that one says Flying Flash, champion a fairy. At the beginning of your... or tap down all lands opponent controls, so you do it in the upkeep.
Gotcha.
So you
that's
tap-
why all of
you
his
time
lands are
walk them?
tapped currently. Okay, makes sense.
Lightning Bolt, Harmless Offering, Fatal Push.
Is it a 4/4 then? I'm
Lightning
just
bolt.
wondering why I didn't get Fatal.
It's
or
a-
Lightning Bolt.
It's a 4-mana 2/2, I believe.
Curious that it did not get Lightning Bolted.
He's probably just waiting to see, you know, what happens. Like he championed it's a bunch of cat demons, fire cats, rebel belt macas, saber tooth tigers. There's a lot of red cats.
There are enough cats
Zombie
to build a
cat.
modern deck.
Cat dragon, Windgrace.
It is a 4-mana 4/4. Okay, that makes sense. I believe Paul when it comes to anything from lower end block.
Two more wins before arena quests are done for today.
Yeah, so I
Didn't
actually
they just like reset?
I just
oh, that's
downloaded
Tuesday.
Arena yesterday,
Mhm.
so I still need to figure out how to go about grinding on Arena. So, like, Billy's saying he needs 2 more wins. I don't even know what he's trying to get 2 more wins for.
Oh, okay. So I think you have to get through like your first 5 wins or something, like to like whatever deck, and then you get to unlock like everything else, and then
Yeah.
you unlock quests and all that.
I do have a list of quests. Most
Okay.
of mine are just like play 40 lands or get 3
yeah.
wins or something
Yeah,
like that.
that's about all they are. You know, your standard like you're playing the game kind of things, just to be on there.
Teddy, I don't hate movie references. That was Justin saying that he hates movie references when I was referencing the movie.
Did I say I hate them?
Yes.
No.
Okay, so you get 15 wins and you get prizes for all of those. That makes sense. I
Yep.
need to get like an actual deck
Well,
on there
you
'cause
get-
right now I'm just playing with the precons and that's pretty obnoxious.
Yeah, it took me forever to actually get an actual deck on there. Don't you get prizes past the 15 wins too? Like for each win past 15, you get like, I'm gonna say like a card. How legit are fairies?
I mean, it does seem
The
pretty good.
Japanese players seem to love it, to be
Yeah.
honest. But I don't actually think Blue Black Control is the best. But they keep putting up pretty good results with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily a fairies deck. It just has a fairies sub-theme to it. Like, the only reason you really play the fairies is to make Spell Stutter Spread a good card. It's essentially just counterspell on this deck a lot of the time.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. A 2-mana 1/1 with a counterspell written on it.
Okay, so you get at least 3 packs a day from wins. That's pretty cool.
Not
So-
a day, it's a week.
A week. Okay. Okay, well, that's still pretty cool. It's a nice
Yeah.
little way to get money. or
Definitely a
cards.
grind, yeah.
So if I want to build like an actual standard deck, do I need to buy packs to start?
I would.
Like how many packs do you think I need to get a standard deck?
Find the one with the least amount of mythics, because mythic tokens are real hard to grab.
Okay.
And then shoot for that deck. So I think the blue red,
Like mono red. Mono red seems pretty cheap.
mono red's cheap, but the blue red Drake's deck is what I have built on there, just because the only thing you need mythic wise is the Phoenix and I guess Ralzeric.
Okay.
But
Yeah, I did buy the $5 welcome bundle. That got me a couple things. It got me like an Ajani.
nice.
I did hear that the Brian Kibler event that's happening this weekend is really good EV. It's like 100 or 1,000 coins enter, I forget, but you're guaranteed a mythic or rare even if you don't win. So what it is, it's that whenever you cast a creature spell with CMC 4 or greater, you draw a card.
Nice.
Yeah, and then you got to play against the computer with that. And
It's just
I've been
against
told
computers?
Yeah,
I thought you were
think.
playing
I
against
mean,
other
maybe you're
people.
playing against other people. I'm not actually sure. I was kind of comparing it to Hearthstone, how they do it, to where you. I mean, maybe it is like the Tavern Brawl and Arena.
So I'm gonna be a little bit biased on KCI. I'm not gonna put KCI on the camera, no matter what.
I mean, that did happen at the last Modern Pro Tour, right? Where somebody was comboing off with KCI, and then their opponent was just like, "Hey, Judge, can you watch him? I'm gonna go use the bathroom."
Make sure he doesn't cheat. Just let me use the bathroom. F6. Don't care. Agree. David's dog is great.
Who's David?
David Weisenberg.
He's got a dog.
Yeah, cute little corgi.
Oh, that's cool. Dogs are cool.
Yep. He brought it in, showed it off on stream once.
Aw,
Yep.
what a little pupper.
All right, so we do know the sideboard for the Grixis Cat Pack deck. It's a
Yeah.
black deck, so we know there's Collective Brutality.
Uh-huh.
He's probably bringing in those dispels that we saw.
Probably.
Do you remember anything else that was there?
Some like a braids. And
Right,
whatnot.
there's
Nothing
Leyline
else
of the
relevant.
Voids. I don't think you want those, and some braids, yeah. Yeah, Kilber did do that with Second Sunrise was legal too. And yeah, it was about that time when Wizards was like, yeah, we're not going to let this be a deck.
Yeah, I went back to look at why they banned Second Sunrise, like what their reasoning was, to see if it was analogous to how KCI is right now. And their reasoning was that their turns took 10 to 15 minutes sometimes. So even
Or
if
longer.
they went to the five turns, that could still be 45 minutes.
Yep.
Which is definitely I don't think KCI is at that point. But I still think that it's a little egregious.
It's close.
It's just not fun to watch.
Yeah, I would say as far as like a tournament like perspective, or like showing off the game, it's very hard to explain to players that don't understand how the combo works already, how the combo works. And
Check my
Billy's
phone.
saying KCI takes much longer than Sunrise.
Yeah, I've pretty much come to find that if Billy likes the deck, it's probably not good for Modern.
Yeah, it probably should just go ahead and be banned. So
That is a cute pup. It's a pup.
Yep, it's an adorable puppy. I have David on the Facebook.
On the Facebooks.
On the Facebooks, and he's telling me.
I agree that stirrings is not the problem. Stirring is a problem, but it is not the problem.
Yeah, I don't really, honestly, I don't think the cantrips in Modern are really that bad.
Hey, Dig
What's
Dug.
up, Doug? Just ban Billy instead. Got him. But Billy just really doesn't like interacting with people.
No, Billy is fine. Just any deck that Billy will pick up is not.
And consistently play, yeah, that's fine.
So, Billy, you're saying that all of Modern should be banned?
Just ban Modern?
Huh.
Well, no, since he doesn't like any of the decks, there's nothing that can be banned.
Oh. So, Modern's in a good state.
Yeah, a nice, good state.
Cool. I'm glad we have solved the format.
Yeah. Just let people play KCI. I want KCI mirror matches. Billy does play humans sometimes. Yeah, just ban human creature type.
Well,
Let's see what that does to Modern.
But I don't want to. I have a lot of those in foil.
Yeah. Ban every deck except for 8-rack.
Billy plays humans sometimes, then I guess humans needs to be banned. There's no other way around it.
You're
It's
just
unfortunate,
losing
but-
out. Nah, ban Blood Moon and Mox and Spirit Guides. I mean, if they're not going to ban Mox and Simian Spirit Guide, can we get the other Mox off the ban list? That's what KCI needs, another 0 mana one. Yeah, I mean, Shadow's able to put a clock and disruption on, so I don't think like KCI is unbeatable. I think just the way it interacts with the game is the problem with it. Being able to pay 10 mana for your 1 mana spell and just have some of it left over doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Paul, why are you getting rid of your foil humans deck? And why is that going to feel great? Are you okay? Do you need help?
Paul, I would stop just like thinking that it's okay. Whatever I said, I agree with what I previously said.
I think you said unbanning the other mocks. I think you were suggesting unbanning core mocks.
Right, yeah.
What
That's
is
going to be a
the
good
split
idea.
card in Zach's hand? Is that
Um,
reason, I believe? No, that's
Discover.
a
No, that's
green
commit.
red.
No, that's consign
He
to
says it's
Oblivion.
from guilds.
Consign to Oblivion?
I don't know.
I don't think it's Discovery because that's supposed to be a gold card.
Yeah.
I think it's consign to Oblivion.
Matthew's having a lot of trouble typing. And Matthew, it is not the uncommon one from guilds because that one is a split card.
And also,
It's gold on the front and gold on the other side.
Justin's right. Oh, no. I don't think the mock should be unbanned, but I just don't understand on Team Hacken in Columbus. I love it. Do it.
Team
I don't care.
Hacken.
I want Hacken in all of
That
them.
sounds
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. Do you trust Mark Larson to play Hacken?
I don't think there's any popular graveyard decks in the meta right now, so it should be
No?
fine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really think there's many that play the graveyard at all, so you'll be fine.
I'm going to give you a hot take for the Phoenix deck, though. Do not bring in Graveyard Hate versus the Phoenix deck.
Yes, it is.
You
not
will
good.
waste a slot.
The cheaper ones are fine in my opinion. Like Tormod Script and Nihil Spellbomb are good, but like bringing in Rest in Peace.
I still think
That's
you're
just wasting
wasting
a
a
card.
card.
Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand.
You can
Target
bring in
opponent
Surgical
discards 2
versus the
cards.
Phoenix deck. That's
Why
it.
would you play this? That card seems
I was
so
it wrong.
bad.
It is consigned to Oblivion.
The card seems so bad.
And then Demonic Pact?
4-color gifts,
Yes.
Hacken?
Version of
What is
Hacken so
this?
Mark can win with Unburial.
Billy, I'm going to demand that you post a list in chat if you're going to say some things like that.
I'm gonna see what 4-color gifts Hacken looks like. And you're gonna trust Mark Larson to cast a
Oh, you bounce the Pact in case. That makes sense. I'm guessing
it's
most of the
Demonic
other
Pact.
bounce effects are opponent controls.
Got it. Really? Then how are you to combat Phoenix? Well, if you really want to combat Phoenix, you're gonna go ahead and Surgical Phoenix. You can bring Surgicals in. Those are fine. But the only cards in the graveyard that you really care about out of the like against the Phoenix deck is Phoenix and Faithless Looting. Everything else doesn't matter. So if you bring in Rest in Peace, it's just a waste of time. They just get to spend or cast a mediocre 3-mana 3/2 flyer.
So there's a couple reasons that I think that the Graveyard Hate could be good against the Phoenix deck. That is if you're playing specifically like Jeskai Control, where you need to be able to answer the Phoenixes permanently, and you can't just sit there and Lightning Bolt them a bunch. I could think that the Rest in Pieces are good there. And then I think that a Tormod Script or an Nihil Spellbomb could be good out of something like KCI or one of the other combo decks, where really the only thing you're worried about is them getting like 2 or 3 Phoenixes online in like the first turn or two. So it just stops like the busted starts.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, I was able to beat like Relic and all them. Like, you don't want to have anything that you need to spend mana on. So like, Tormod Script and Nihil Spellbomb are going to be ones where you're not tempted to spend mana and instead of like using its effect.
Right.
So I think those are fine. But I mean, I seen Affinity bring in Leyline of the Voids and it just slowed them down. They didn't do anything. I saw Blue White Control bring in Rest in Peace, and it hurt them more than helping them because they were so scared of the Phoenix that they were turning off their
Snapcasters.
Snapcasters. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Best way to sideboard against the deck? I think Ari Lax actually did a pretty good job of explaining it today on Star City. He was calling it more of a mid-range deck.
Makes sense.
Which, I mean, it does and it doesn't. It's like a combo mid-rangey deck. Like, it's just trying to, like, basically peck you down with some three power creatures.
Hey, Billy, since there are no lists, can we request that you come in here and do a deck tech for all of us?
Yeah, we got to see you.
Yeah, so you heard it here first, folks. We're going to have Billy in here on camera doing a deck tech of Gifts Hacken.
Ravenous Trap's fine, but I mean...
Then you got to play Ravenous Trap.
Then you have to play Ravenous Trap. Kind of looks like he's in pretty good control of the game.
All right, Billy confirmed it.
No, it's opposite day.
Yeah, I mean, Paul, it seems like the only thing you're really worried about from the Phoenix deck is Thing in the Ice and then Anger of the Gods post board. So Thing in the Ice, you kind of just have to race. Or if you're playing Dismembers, you can try to pop it off with a Dismember. And then you know how to play against Anger of the Gods. You don't.
So for the best. You just went ahead and shot a spell stutter spray?
I didn't think that the Demonic Pact could hit creatures.
Can we bring that back up?
Yeah, can we bring Demonic Pact back up? I thought it can only go to players. I mean, if they're reading the card, then I'm imagining then they will understand how to do it. But
He's responding. He's going to bounce a spell stutter spray.
Demonic Pact does 4 damage
Creature
to
or player.
target creature or player. Okay. And you gain 4.
He's going to Fatal Push. That's a pretty good blowout. I like that from Zach.
So does he still gain the 4 life? Because it only has the 1 target.
Nope. He does not gain the life.
Makes sense.
So do we do this in a point where Zach is actually able to offer the pact to Connor?
Well, he still has that Cryptic. But he does have the Dispel.
So next turn...
He's going to be able to go Harmless Offering with Dispel back up.
Yeah.
Maybe he just Harmless Offerings it now?
I kind of like offering it now. What modes are left to choose on the
I believe it's
pact?
the discard. No, it's the draw 2.
Oh, is it? Never mind. Yeah,
you can't do that now because then you can just Cryptic bounce it.
Sure.
You can draw 2 and then Cryptic bounce it.
Yeah, I mean that's fine
Because
then he's using.
Dispel.
Yeah, but he has to do it like on his turn though, right?
Yeah, I mean, but he's fine to do that.
If it wasn't the draw 2 mode, I'm still okay with it. But since it's that, I don't like it. Just go ahead and Collective Brutality. It's fine.
Dampening Sphere does slow down both Thing in the Ice and Arclight Phoenix. From the games with humans, I was not a fan of Dampening Sphere versus Phoenix, but
I think
I'm not sure how it is with other matches.
There are definitely decks where Dampening Sphere I think is good to bring in versus the Phoenix. I don't think humans is because humans can race the Phoenix deck pretty well.
And you're also bringing in 2 or 3 Abrades against humans anyway.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I might see Zach winning here if he is able to just Harmless Offering and then hold up Dispel.
Was land, but okay. Yeah, Connor's reading the card very carefully here. Like, what do I do? How do I beat this? Is this even possible? I'm gonna die. Attack for
some amount of.
I would attack
damage.
for 6.
Why? How can you attack for 6?
Swamp, activate Mutavault, attack for 6. Technically, it puts him on like a 2-turn clock.
Oh, he drew a Snapcaster.
Snapcaster, that's much better than land.
What's that gonna do?
Kambal's seeing less play though. Like there's, right? Or is Kambal seeing more play in humans?
It's same play as a 1 of.
I'll say yeah, but it's been a 2 of in the past for a while, so I was seeing less play. I thought. I could be wrong. I'm not the humans guy here.
I mean, I've only ever played 1. I've never really seen it go up to 2. But
Okay.
I mean, it's possible.
It looks like Zach successfully donated a pact. Why not snap Thought Erasure?
I mean, Snap Thought Erasure would have been better than what happened there.
Yeah, very true.
Because of Cryptic specifically.
I don't
Or not
think
Cryptic,
Connor was playing
Dispel.
around Dispel.
Yeah.
Is what it came down to.
Yeah, he was trying to play around that spell and didn't play around Dispel.
Yeah, that spell always ends up getting you. If he trades for a ill spell, it's a pseudo 1 for 2. Kill spell, it's a pseudo 1 for 2. Okay. It's Dispel. Why don't you people understand? Dispel. You lose the double offering, but you don't always lose the double offering. I mean, Zach had Consign, so you could just put the Pact back in his hand.
Yeah, the sideboard cards that I've been bringing in against Phoenix with humans are 1 Kambal, 1 Anafenza, and then 2 Sen Collector. And then I'm debating whether or not you're supposed to bring in Dismember.
Because Thing in the Ice is one of the most relevant cards in the matchup. But it also just slows you down a lot to have a Dismember in your deck. So
I feel like
on
the 4
fence.
life is definitely not like a non-number either.
Yeah, so I'm currently in the position of bringing in Dismember against the Phoenix deck, but I could see that as
I can
wrong.
agree. All right, so they played much faster in the last ones.
Yeah, for sure.
But, I mean, it's a nice interactive game though. For once, like we're not just seeing like one person run over the other in like 30 seconds. 70 swinging at you.
But it's
I'd
potentially
say,
stopping the 7-8.
So yeah, you're saying 4 life seems like a huge deal with the 7-8, but if they don't just like flip it the turn after they put it into play, it's just like you're able to just to dismember and kill it before it becomes a 7-8. Shalai, Vivian, and Path. Vivian's gonna be too slow. You're just gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
Shalai, I don't really see the need for Shalai, and Path I agree with. Trigger on the stack. Yeah, you can just you can respond to it many times. That's all I really have in white. I mean, that's fair. I would just bring in Path though. I wouldn't really worry about too much else. So he's got the Pact in hand.
Yeah, Paul, if you expect a lot of that deck, I have seen some decks sideboarding an Eidolon of Rhetoric for it, which does seem pretty good.
Is that the white one?
Yeah, it's the white 1/4.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna be pretty good.
To kill a 1/4 and the not being able to cast more than one spell.
They
so
have
it's
to
pretty
hit
relevant.
exactly Lightning Axe, which is a 2 of in the deck currently.
Yep. Yeah, Eidolon Heretic is pretty cool. I did see a couple people suggesting playing that in humans this weekend, but I would rather just play a Cabal. It's better in Moria matchups than that is. Like, you can bring in a Cabal versus Burn, but you're never going to bring in an Eidolon Heretic versus Burn. But Eidolon Heretic does seem a lot better against KCI, because they have to get an Explosives on 3 to kill it, and otherwise it just kind of really slows them down.
I really like this Unmoored Ego that's about to happen. Do you name Harmless Offering?
Yeah. No, I would think you'd name Pact.
So that way they're just drawing dead cards?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Harmless Offering then wouldn't do anything. And there's enough way to use the Pact for value for things like the Consigned Oblivion. Yeah, that's fair, Paul. And allows you to do things like play against Dredge and collect a company and a Gaddock Teeg and Scavenging Ooze. Can't do that out of green-black.
Collect a company in the Scavenging Ooze versus KCI is very nice.
Yeah.
I did that in the Bant mid-range, the Bet Coco deck. Yeah, I just had a Scavenging Ooze on 2, and it was just sitting there like, I can't beat this. Stupid Scavenging Ooze.
How do you win the box topper? Well, there's a couple ways. Well, what you need to do is you need to enter the giveaway. The giveaway is 25 points per ticket. How you get tickets? If you subscribe, you get 500. If you follow, if you haven't already followed, you get 50. Other than that, you get points for just watching. If you're not subscribed, you get 5 points for every 10 minutes you're here. And then if you are subscribed, you get 10 points for every 10 minutes you're watching. And then our streamer just reminded me that you can also donate bits. You get 1 point for every bit you donate.
I mean, somebody's got to take that first place from Paul.
Yeah.
Eventually, right?
Yeah, he's sitting there at 600.
600 is 1 ahead of Vladimis. Wait, hold on. Where'd Teddy go? Teddy, you were up there for so long. Why'd you let somebody take 3rd from you?
Wow. Teddy's not even trying anymore.
Yeah. Oh, well. Unmoored Ego, going after the Pact. Smart move. Bold strategy. Yep.
Yeah, so
90 points, he's going to get
3 tickets there.
3 tickets. What's in this thing? I hope it's as good as my box topper earlier. Don't. And good. I'll defend my crown with fiercely. Yeah, broke college kid. It's fair. It's fair. We appreciate you, Silty Snow, watching us. You know, he says broke college kid. And
Yeah, I feel that.
yeah, it says the guys who has Guru Lands. Broke college
Teddy
kids.
has Guru Lance too.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I know, it's not exactly like, you know, I'm well off or anything either. You look at my modern deck.
Yes, the cards that we own are not
Indicative of the
how much
bank
money
account that
actually
we have.
My Magic collection is worth far more than my bank account.
Yep. Can agree. I have a retirement fund and it's in cardboard. So how's that going to win now?
He's not.
Are you serious? There's just nothing in there to win?
I'm guessing he has some kind of creatures that he can attack with.
I hope so.
Other than that, I don't know.
Well, I don't know about that, Paul.
Luke, you can get as many tickets as you want. There is no limit.
No limit. Unlimited tickets. Everybody gets as many chances as possible to get this box topper. I have a lockbox that just has magic cards in it. That's smart.
Yeah, my magic card should be in a lockbox.
Mine are just like on me at all times.
Yeah.
Like if I go anywhere that's not my house.
Is anyone playing Bant Spirits tonight? I don't know. I haven't got to look.
I don't think so. Luke decided to not show up.
Yeah, don't think so. Yeah, if Albino Cow was here, we'd have somebody, but I guess he decided to be lazy and stay at home.
20 tickets for the white guy. That's a lot of tickets. That's a lot of points. What is that, like?
It's 500.
500 points?
That's like one sub.
One subscription.
I mean, Luke, there's still time. We still got 2 more rounds.
You can show up. Scott will let you play. We'll put you on camera even.
My phone's at 1%.
Yeah.
It's spooky. It's gonna die.
I don't know what I do if my phone died.
Well, conveniently, there's a phone charger here, so I'm about to go get that after this round.
That is a good thing to have on you.
Well, it's not even mine. It's your girlfriend's.
Even better to have on you.
Yeah, unfortunately, Phoenix is just a lot better position than Jeskai is right now.
Yeah, thanks, Brian. You can ask Kyle. It was very hard for me to actually sit down and just write the Phoenix deck list out. I sat there like fairly confident I was playing Jeskai until like the night before. We're going to sleep at like 3 a.m. It's like, so what are you playing tomorrow? I'm just writing this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad I did. You know, it worked out for me, but it was not something I was excited to do to start. That's for sure.
Yep.
We're in Inquisition.
Man, not even tapping the Mutavault.
Is that an Urborg? Oh, that is an Urborg.
Yeah.
I can't even recognize the arts right now. I was so upset. Like, I was just trying to find, like, you know, another Guru Mountain there at the very end, too. Just to have him on camera there.
Right, yeah, I was telling him for the top 8, he should play with his Gurus and just have the one mismatched basic and just hope not to draw it. But he would listen to me. He had to play with matching basics.
I just couldn't do it. Could you? Could you be able to do it?
Just be like, Judge, can I get a proxy for one Guru Mountain? I did have some proxies over the weekend, and I was very fond of it. I was playing Nexus of Fate in Standard, so I got to have a Judge rate Nexus of Fate on 4.
I am thoroughly surprised the amount of Nexus of Fate that was actually in the tournament.
There was another player that was playing an actual Nexus of Fate deck with 4 of them. We were sitting pretty close to each other all day. She was playing Jeskai Nexus of Fate, though.
Fabiano, that was his standard deck of choice.
He was playing Jeskai Control, but he was playing a couple Nexus.
No, he had
Was he
Nexus.
just actually playing Jeskai Nexus?
Yeah, he had Nexus of Fates.
Okay, cool. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
Unfortunately, I don't think the vendors liked me that much. They were very kind and let me switch out some foils and non-foils to borrow from.
I mean, Card Monster probably would have, but they didn't have one.
Yeah, that was the problem. It's like the one vendor that I like trading with, they didn't have the card I was looking for.
That none of the vendors were actually on there on Sunday. There was nobody allowed to be in the convention center besides the top 8 and their friends on Sunday.
The people that are stuck there because they're there.
Because there was 4 inches of snow at the time that we went to the convention center for the top 8, and by the time that we went home that day, there was 18 inches.
Actually, I was told by Monday there was 15 inches in total in Roanoke, and then I guess by the time we left, there was another 4 or 5 inches that had fallen.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we left at like 2 p.m. Or no, it was 1 p.m.
It was 1, yeah. And then our GPS said it was going to take 6 hours to get home. Ended up taking about 10.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was a nice, fun drive. Go 30 miles per hour for 5 hours.
Yeah.
I would not recommend.
The only vendor that I go to, Teddy, is Card Monster, and they had islands and swamps, but none of the other ones.
I only saw forest.
Did they have a forest at 1.2?
Yeah.
Okay. They did have islands and swamps when I went
What
there.
are the hard matchups of the Phoenix deck? KCI, believe it or not. That is not a good matchup. It's one of those like 10%ers. They're actually a Jeskai player at heart as well, but ironically looking to play the Phoenix for the Team Open. Yeah, no, that makes sense. So the reason I ended up with the Phoenix deck in the first place is because it does kind of play similarly to control decks, because all you do is really cast cantrips in a certain order. Like, for example, like the Phoenix deck, you're going to be like you play a control strategy, but you just put like Phoenix into play to like beat them down and just a recursive threat.
It's kind of like Death Shadow, where it's a control deck that has a clock. I think it's more of a control deck than Death Shadow is, but it's the same kind of principle.
Yeah,
where you're trying to play aggro control.
Yep. The hard matchups are the combo decks, essentially. Because as a 2-color blue-red deck, you don't really have access to the good answers. You don't have, like, a Rest in Peace. You don't have a lot of the other ones. Yeah, I've never done business with ARG. I've done business with MTG First and Card Monster. Those are definitely my 2 favorite ones that I go to.
Yeah, to be honest, I just kind of always go to Card Monster just because I'm friends with them.
I start with them.
They were nice enough to give me some McDonald's while I was hungry on Saturday. They were cool.
Very kind of them.
It's always good to have friends that can actually leave the convention center.
Yeah.
And not stuck there playing a card game or something.
I think we need to just bring people with us that don't intend on playing. Just so we'll be like, man, I'm really hungry. Can you like run over there and get me
Can we just have Nick come to more events besides Atlanta events?
Hey, Freddie's offering too.
All right, cool.
Yeah, Freddie said he'd be up for coming out, and so we just gotta let him know.
Yeah, that'd be cool. For those of you guys that don't know, Nick was the person that we stayed with when we top 8'd the Open in Atlanta, because he lived out there, and he didn't have anything better to do, so he just came and watched us all weekend. He didn't have Magic to play or anything, so he was just like, yeah, I'll just watch you guys. Whenever we needed food, just go and get it.
Go and get it, come back, bring us food. Yeah, he was a great team mom. We loved it.
Right. Paul, you're not allowed to do that because you're going to be on our team or something. And then if you scrub, we scrub. So you can't do that.
Scrub out and be the lunch runner. Administrative assistant.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what the real teams do, right? They just have the food runner.
No, that's just insane. Anytime I ever see Lotus Box need anything, Zan just like always finds a way to get it.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Fair. Very fair. It looks like Connor cast this Mistbind click without having a fairy out, and he's wondering if he can activate the Mutavault in response to the trigger to get rid of it.
Huh.
Or if he has to exile itself to the champion.
I mean, I would imagine you could activate it in response to the trigger, but I don't know.
Connor pressing priority on champion trigger. Zach is confused.
Yeah, I don't know what champion really says, to be honest.
He's champion the Bitter Blossom.
Oh, it's tribal.
It's just champion a fairy. And the Bitter Blossoms... All right, I missed that. Yeah.
Wow. That's
champion Bitter Blossom.
That's some sweet tech.
Yeah. I think I'd rather have Bitter Blossom in play, but...
I mean, I love it. That's awesome.
Yeah, I almost just... Yeah, I'm really on the... strategy of like misblind clicking the Mutavault. Oh well. Most annoying deck to play against in Modern, not KCI. Dredge is up there. I mean, Dredge is like, I actually like where Dredge is. Like, I think Dredge is a fine deck now.
I agree.
I don't think it's busted. I don't think it's doing anything unfair anymore. I like where Dredge is. Or like Dredge as a deck now.
A lot of times I really detest playing
very
against
annoying.
Tron that has Tron on 3, just because it feels like they're doing things that are so much more powerful than you are. But it's kind of hard to really hate on Tron, in my opinion, because it doesn't do anything for the first 2 turns of the game.
Yeah, so
it's kind of hard to hate on a deck that just doesn't do anything till turn 3.
Yeah, I mean, I played against Julian John over the weekend. He's a pretty good Tron player, if those of you don't know. And he kept a one-lander with I don't think it was a one-lander, but he kept Urza's Tower into Chromatic Sphere, untap, crack Urza's Tower, cast Ancient Stirrings. And he was really, like, betting on this Ancient Stirrings to find anything helpful, or any Tron land that was not Urza's Tower, and that's exactly what he found. You're going to get drunk real fast, Robert.
Yeah. I think that it would probably be Boggles for me. It would be the next obnoxious Modern deck after KCI.
So there's KCI. I'm trying to think of just like other modern decks right now.
Jeskai Control is also just not very fun or fair. I think that one should be banned.
No, Julian. Julian was fun to play with. Yeah, it was very unfortunate. Like, yeah, Julian's a real good guy.
Yeah, Julian gave me a nice head rub. That was funny. He accidentally bumped me in the head once and then just like rubbed my head for like a solid 90 seconds.
Yeah. Man, I'm trying to figure out what decks are annoying in modern.
Battleowitz?
Yeah, no, I would never play against that. I would just call the judge over and say,
right.
can we just get rid of this already? Can we move on? Ad nauseum. That's my least favorite to play against.
Really?
I just always feel like they have it. Like no matter what I do, it's just like, all right, here's the answer to it.
Ad nauseum feels like Twin in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Ad nauseum feels like Twin where it can't do the mid-range aggressive route because it just doesn't do anything besides combo, which is where Twin was able to get some of the play in it. But yeah, I definitely could see you saying an ad nauseum is obnoxious.
That's just for me in general. It's because it's a deck that's been around forever, and the deck is like, I've almost never considered it playable, but it always sees play, and then I just die to this silly deck.
I mean, I could also just answer that question with whatever Billy's playing.
No, I love Dakin. Well, okay, for the most part, every time Billy plays a game against me, I have Blood Moon in my deck, and then Billy just loses. So
yeah, that's fair. That sounds like something that would happen.
Teddy's assuming I could play a Death Shadow deck, like just period. So I don't know if that's a good idea.
Justin can't make himself lose life.
Yeah, I don't understand the Inquisition. What do you want? Harmless Offering? Harmless Offering? Nope. Didn't work.
I don't know why you take Thoughtseize there when you don't have any cards in hand. I guess so that you can draw a counterspell and hold it.
What's he going to do? Harmless Offering the Snapcaster to him?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I guess. Yeah, Robert, I agree. It is very much too hard for me. I also get real annoyed when I play against Burn. Like in big tournaments, I always just die to it. Like they have like the nut draws that Jesse got to play against.
Oh yeah, in the Invitational, I was playing humans, of course, but I got to beat Burn that had a turn 1 Grim Lava Mancer. That just doesn't happen, and I got to beat it. It was cool.
All right.
I went turn 1 champion, turn 2 Thalia, turn 3 and turn 4 Thalia's lieutenant, and my champion was an 8/8 by the end of it, and they couldn't kill it.
I agree, Teddy. I'm probably not giving myself enough credit. I could probably play the deck if I really wanted to, but it's just never a deck that I've really decided to put in my repertoire yet. Not to say never, but.
Did you by chance see Will Pulliam's tweet earlier today about the puzzle with Amulet?
I did see it, but I don't care to do Amulet math, so.
Okay. Well, it was pretty sweet. It involved summoners pacting for a Sakura Tribe Scout and then giving it haste.
Okay. How do you give it haste?
He had the Garrison, not Garrison. Whatever the one that gives +2/+7 haste. I forget the name of it.
Got it. I just hate that deck.
Yes, that
yeah,
deck is
I hate that deck
obnoxious.
too.
Obnoxious. They kill your creatures. What deck kills creatures? It's ridiculous.
None of them. 0 decks kill creatures.
Have
you think Zach's actually going to be able to erase the
Have you ever read
Bitter
Electrolyze?
Blossom? Oh, I have. It's wonderful.
Have you ever had your Thalia's Lieutenant and your Mayor of Averbrook electrolyzed?
No, and neither have you, from what I understand.
I did get to save it once, but then Nicolich did it to me.
Oh, okay.
And there was also a time where he was going to electrolyze my Thalia's Lieutenant and my Mayor with another Mayor on the stack. And he's like, yeah, no, it's fine. I'll just Supreme Verdict it. So he untapped and Supreme Verdict it.
Okay, I'm probably just not giving myself enough credit. I could probably play Grixis Death Shadow if I really wanted to.
Yeah.
Don't remind me about Electrolyze.
It's the worst.
It's like the best card in the deck.
It's the
It
worst.
is the most fair card in Jeskai Control. It's not 1 mana for 3 damage, a part of the broken cycle that started the game with Healing Salve.
Draws
No.
a card.
It's 3 mana, it deals 2 damage
But it draws a card.
at most,
It draws a
and then
card.
it draws a card.
It's the worst.
It kills 2 of your things and draws me a card. It's like a 3-for-1.
It is. It's worst.
How is that bad? 8 rack is the most unfun decks to play against. I don't know. I had a blast playing it. There's 2 1/1 shadows. I don't think I'll ever do that.
Yeah.
I am
Cycling
never
Street Wraith.
I am never that bold to go for that. No.
We got special guest Luke over here.
They're still playing.
Yeah.
They are still playing.
You've done it and it worked. It felt great.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
Geez.
I was gonna say some other things that Robert's done, but I'm not gonna say anything.
I bet you a lot of things feel great for Robert.
Did we already talk about him taking interest on me?
No,
we
we've done
are
that in the past.
intentionally not talking about that.
Oh,
Or the
geez, he's down to
brainstormer
1.
really evolved.
Is there a way to remove this Bitter Blossom trigger?
Connor's really good at not dying at 1.
No, I think he's dead this time. Zach managed to win through the Unmoored Ego.
All right.
What?
All right, we found how he wins. He just
Races the Bitter Blossom that's
Bitter
unplayable
Blossoms.
in Modern.
Yeah. Creeping Tar Pit's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, Bitter Blossom's pretty bad, is what I think it really comes down to.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the combination of Creeping Tar Pit and Bitter Blossoms, 4 damage a turn, and he was able to just keep him off of doing anything relevant, so.
I mean, yeah, that's
Awesome. Rob,
hate
I
you
didn't
all.
say anything. You're not allowed to hate us.
What?
I intentionally didn't say anything.
I don't understand. Hey, you nice to be lore and block cards? My sentence came out great, so. All right, so you guys, we've been talking a lot, but we haven't been talking about the giveaway because I really want to know what's in this box topper.
Coming up in 1 hour and 40 minutes, right?
10 minutes. I believe Phil is playing tonight. We can try and get him on.
Yeah. Yeah, I just saw Phil and Eddie were paired last round.
That's fun. It's fun. Robert, we found those Vivians.
Oh, where were they?
Avery found them on top of the Fat Pack boxes. I was like, yeah, that's the spot I totally assumed to put them.
Unfortunately, Rob, we do have your cards, but we went to get them signed on Sunday, where the artists were not able to get there because of the snow. So we have them unsigned, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was a bit busy on those other days. What giveaway? What giveaway, he asked? We're going to give away an Ultimate
This thing.
Boxers,
Show them.
Ultimate Masters box topper. There's the camera. Reversing me. I don't know what's in it. I hope it's a really good card.
Yeah,
I'm
that'd be
staring
cool
at
if was
it.
Really,
One day
really
it'll.
cool card.
One day, I don't know. At the same time, I kind of hope it's a Lava Claw Reaches, so they don't mind if we sign it.
Yeah. Taste it.
Tase
Oh,
it.
tase. I was about to lick it.
I'm gonna take this from you. How does one enter? You enter by typing in. What is it? What do they type in?
Dagamoth, thank you for the Twitch Prime subscription. That gives you 500 points.
Enter. Explanation
Sanctuary.
point. Enter.
That's a pretty good way to get points. You get points by subscribing, gives you 500. Following gives you 50. Watching the stream, you get 5 points for every 10 minutes. If you're not subbed, 10 points if you are subbed. And then once you have points, if you do exclamation point enter, it will buy you 1 ticket. 1 ticket is 25 points.
Yep, and you can put as many points towards it as possible.
Yeah, if you do exclamation point points, it will tell you how many points you have.
RJ, we're not going to open it until after we decide. After we find out who ends up with it.
Do you want to entertain them while I go get the taser so we can tase the pack real quick?
We're not going to tase the pack.
Oh.
Can I tase you?
Can we? Is that against? Can anybody let us know if we're allowed to tase each other on camera on Twitch? We cannot. Rough.
Why not?
I feel like that is
no violence. It's not. We're not being violent. We're just actively seeing what it's like.
So we're not allowed to inflict pain on us or anyone else. Luke,
albino cow.
thank you for the sub.
That's 500 points. You get to also
That's 20 points or 20 tickets.
20 tickets.
Nice.
You can win yourself possibly a card that's worth more than $100. Or a Lava Claw Reaches. You know, we'll find out. You want to see Kyle tased? Yeah.
Can we make a sub goal? I'll let Justin tase me if we get 5 subs.
No, we can't. We'll get banned. We can't do that.
But it won't be on camera.
Okay.
They'll
Well,
just have to come to the store to see it.
come to the store. We'll just put it on like all the Twitch and all that, right? Calling Dark Depths.
That sounds like
that'd
a
actually
really
be
kinda
sweet.
card. That would be cool.
I want to see what a Dark Depths looks like.
Yeah.
All right.
I think
Okay.
Micaeus would be cool.
Dark Depths, Micaeus. I'm actually going to go ahead and call Ulamog.
I'm calling Tassiger.
I think it's going to be Ulamog.
I'm calling Tassiger.
If it's Tassiger, can we draw bananas on it? No, I don't think, Matthew, I don't think they want us to do that.
Do you think we have any bananas here? Can I show Twitch chat the right way to eat a banana?
We had some bananas, but they were nice and rotten, so I don't think we have them anymore.
Yeah, not gonna do that.
All right. I think we're going to go ahead and take a break, though. We'll
Yeah, we're
be
gonna
back
go
very
get you
shortly.
next round.
Yep.
We'll be back.